Hi Marco,
Hi.
how are you?
Good, thank you.
Please could you start by giving us an update on the fitness of the squad, if there's any injury returns?
Not fresh news really, just Joaquin and Harrison Reed, plus Rhys Nelson from the game. We play against Brighton. They are going to be out for the game, and of course the third game of Tom Carney, plus the fifth yellow card from Calvin Bassey.
So any update on when they might be fit to return?
The three?
Yeah.
Difficult to have a precise time in this situation. I really believe that Roa probably is going to be the closest one to come. Harrison Reed we have to see step by step after our.
But not this weekend.
No, 100% sure no.
Yeah.
1% sure no. And of course Rhys Nelson is going to be longer. Difficult to say when he's going to be back, but probably around 10 weeks he's going to be out for sure.
Okay, thank you very much. And how are the team? Because last time we heard from you, it'd been a busy 7-8 days, 3 games. What's the week been like for you since?
Okay, it's been a good week. Good week again. Of course, last week, as you know, was really tough and busy and not with the normal time to prepare between games. Though when we went to play against Arsenal less than 72 hours before, we had a really tough game against Brighton. And overall, to the week was a very good week from ourselves. Not just looking for the results, I know that they speak louder, but for everything, I think we were able to respond really well for the 3 games, for some absences, not many solutions, and even the squad as a whole is being responded really well. Some players, they are out from injured, red cards and all that stuff, and everybody that is coming in is stepped in and showed his quality, and it's been good. Different type of games too, the way you played against Tottenham, for example, that you did really well, and being more dominant and more chances as well, was slightly different in the other 2 games that we play at home against Brighton and Arsenal. I think the not just the quality of the sides, but the early goals that we scored, they made an impact as well in the game, and it was really good to see the way the team respond for different type of games and different moments of the games too.
You spoke about how much energy it takes to play 3 times over the course of a week, but how much confidence do you take from those results, particularly coming off the back of that draw against Arsenal?
Was very good week from ourselves. We had a weird game and strange game before that, a game against Wolves after the international break, but showed again the way the team is able to react for something that was not so good for us, or was bad, that result against Wolves. And of course the confidence is there. Around the place is very good. Everybody is working really hard, players, staff, everybody working, because we know what we have ahead of us in this December month, and we want to be able to respond well with all the squad available, or not, like is the case right now.
Building momentum. Next stop, it's the league leaders, Liverpool. Can you just give us your thoughts on what you've seen of Liverpool of late and how well they're playing?
Okay, what I've been seeing. Okay, firstly, the most consistent team in this league so far. Really strong in any moment of the game, making the life really difficult for any team that they play against, and of course, great in terms of the collective quality of the team, the impact of the manager, and of course, the individual quality they have. I think everything together is the reason why they are on the top of the league, why they in the Champions League and they won 6 out of 6 and all that stuff, and because that they deserve all the credits for the way they have been playing. But it's going to be the next one for us, a really tough game, but we have been responding well for this type of games so far this season. Even against them last season, the games they were really at Anfield, they were really tight games, and the team responded really well, and let's hope we can have the same type of performance, and of course with a different result for us if you can.
Thank you.
Hi Marco, good afternoon. Good seeing you. We have to highlight that obviously Arne Slot inherited a very good team, a very good foundation from Jurgen Klopp. But still, how surprised have you been, how impressed have you been with the way Arne Slot managed to adapt to this Liverpool side, to the Premier League? Maybe Liverpool is the best team in Europe at the moment.
the team in best form, definitely, that achieving best results, and the impact on Arne Slot is being top. It's being top. Everybody, the expectations, they were really there. I think all the eyes, they were there on him and on the team, how they are going to react after a big personality, a big character that left the club, and it was so important for the club the last 9-10 years. And of course, everybody was expecting what is going to happen after, and of course he showed his quality so far, the impact that he has in that football club, in the players as well. You can feel it that they are all in the same page as a football club. Of course, when you are doing so well, achieving so good results and playing so well football in Premier League, in Champions League, of course credits for everybody, and of course on the top of the has to be the manager, and Arne Slot is being great for them, definitely.
They have plenty of qualities, as you mentioned. I want to ask you about one specific player, Ryan Gravenberch. Last season it wasn't easy for him. He dealt with injuries as well. How impressed with his transformation this season?
Yeah, he's being so important for them. Sliding a different position, and he arrived last season, was playing more as a 8, more in the 2-8 midfielders that they play, more sometimes more between the lines, more in high areas of the pitch. This season much more as the pivot, more as a 6, and he's doing so well. Okay, his quality on the ball, he's an athlete as well. His physicality, you can feel it every time on the pitch, and being so important, I think was one of the changes in terms of position that made an impact, and of course the credits that should be for the player and for the manager that took that decision too.
Can I please ask you about Alex Iwobi? I read recently a quote that Arsene Wenger described him once as a player who can pull all of the strings. It seems that Alex this season is playing with so much freedom. How would you describe his impact on Fulham this season?
He's been incredible for us. Last season was top. The season for him, even with some time out of the club, the African Cup Nations took him from ourselves 1 month and a half at least. He arrived in the last day of the market. That means that he lost the August month with us as well. Step by step, he started to go inside the team and to have an impact, and he had an impact last season. His season is being incredible from the pre-season, because even pre-season we felt that it's going to be a top season for him, and he's enjoying the challenge that we have ahead of us. He's enjoying the responsibility that and the demands from myself on him, playing in many different positions. He's really versatile player. Apart from his quality, he can do different roles. I think the best example is the last week, for example, the role against Tottenham, completely different role against Brighton, and during the game 3 different positions against Brighton, and it's a bit mixed role against Arsenal as well, and was top again. He's been incredible for us, scoring goals, assisting, and let's hope he can continue in this way, because he's a big help for us, and I'm really pleased for him, because he deserves the credit. Top professional, very very good guy, and to take the best from him, I think is really good for us as a football club.
From your perspective, there are probably many reasons for the way season's been going so far for you. It's been really positive so far. But if you can maybe isolate and point out the main reason for this very strong Fulham version we're seeing, what do you think is down to?
I don't see football or success in football without hard work. That is the first thing that is being one of the reasons why we have been doing so well the last 3-4 seasons. Everybody works really hard. The demands from ourselves in the football club, they are high, and of course if you work hard every single day, and if the standards and the demands, they are high, of course you are more able to be able to respond on this league that is so tough and so difficult, with the best players and the best managers in the world, and some of the best clubs too. And of course, after the quality of the players, the way we work with them, and of course, being able to keep a good platform inside, even if you have been losing some key players, but at the same time adding good players for our squad too, and of course everything together is giving us the chance to perform the way I've been performing, and to be able until now. I know that it's just beginning of December. Lot of fights and big games ahead of us, but it's been really good to see the way the team is responding.
Hi Marco.
Hi, Ruben.
Salah's had a great season.
Who?
Salah. What have you made of his season so far, and are you expecting a great battle between him and Robinson?
Probably another good one. In last season was a good example too. I think all the games that we played, the games that he played, I think probably one game he didn't. I'm not sure about it, but last season we had some good examples about what means a good battle between a fullback and a winger, and let's hope Robinson do so well like he did last season in the battles, or like he did last game against Saki is a good example of what he's capable to do. He's in a very good moment too. He's been great again this season so far for us, not just in our defensive process, offensive process too. The way he's been helping always, he's a great athlete. He's always capable to go up and down, and but first of all, he's a defender and should defend well. And big improvements from him the last 2 seasons in that aspect of the game, because everybody recognizes him as a great athlete. But of course, the decision making in the offensive part is improving, and his defensive process is improving too. And because that is much more capable right now as a fullback, and I consider him one of the best in this league so far.
So it's a difficult place to go, Anfield. But how much does the team sort of relish those environments where it can be quite...
We really enjoy, we really embrace it. It's a really tough, as you said, a really tough place to go. It's one of the most difficult places to go, and the environment is top, and the support for the home team is really top. When in some moments of the game they can change it, if the game goes in one direction, they are capable to support and to change it. We felt it last season because we were winning the games until the last minutes of the games in both situations, Premier League and the semi-final, the Carabao Cup semi-final. We are leading until the last stage of the game, and how they were able to, with a good action or with a goal, they are able to change completely the environment and to push the team forward. And you have to be able to respond for that, because it's clear an extra player for them, if I can consider in this way. But we normally embrace well this type of things, and we like this type of challenge for us, because make us to reach certain type of standards that we like to go, and is another good test for us.
How much do you think you need to sort of suffer off the ball and work hard as a unit if you want to get points?
We have to, definitely. We have to, I think, because that I said, I think the last 2 home games, they show that you are capable to do it, because if you look before that, in almost all the games, even tough games that we had before Brighton and Arsenal, normally we're the team with more possession, normally we're the team with more chances created, less chances conceded as well in all that games. And the game against Brighton, more first half, and the game against Arsenal, they were slightly different. I believe that the early goal made an impact and create this scenario, but of course the quality of both sides. And we did answer really well, and we showed if I can say, slightly different face, but the resilience, the organization, the capacity to suffer, as you said, off the ball, because last game is the best example. I think in terms of possession was the game with less possession from ourselves so far this season, but even so we are able to respond, and I think was a good example that in some moments is going to happen at Anfield. I would like not to be so often as off the ball, and work so hard off the ball, even if you have to do it. Let's hope we can have more the ball on ourselves. But it was a good example that probably some moments of the game is going to happen at Anfield too.